All right, guys. So today I'm gonna show you something that will change your life forever. Okay, if you are in the marketing department of your company, you're a creative director, you're a graphic designer, or you're in need of any kind of graphic design services, today I'm gonna show you an automation that does graphic design professionally and simultaneously. Okay, so with this you don't need to hire a creative design agency to design a billboard poster for you, social media campaign posters for you, any kind of graphic design work that you normally need to hire a minimum of 5 people. That's if you're going to a creative agency or just a freelancing graphic designer. There's no need for you to do that. After watching this tutorial, you will never need to hire a graphic designer or a graphic design agency in your life. So what you need to do is just follow my example and you'll be able to create any type of graphic design that you can imagine. Okay, and this is professional graphic design, not just some random AI generated type of graphic design, but some professional work. Okay, so let me show you. So you can check the link in the description. Okay, you can download the prompt. So there are two prompts to this. There is a basic one and an advanced one. So I'm going to show you how to use both. So right now you're going to start with the basic one. Okay, the basic prompt. Okay, so just get it the way it is. Just copy it. After you copy it, you just paste it into ChatGPT like I'm doing here. Okay, this right here, what we are going to do right here is the output we are going to get is going to be professional graphic design work. Okay, top tier. The type of work is going to produce is going to be 10 times better than an average design agency, 10 times better than what an average design agency with a minimum of 10 workers can give you. Okay, what this is going to give you is going to be better than what a medium graphic design agency with a number of 10 people can give you. Okay, let me show you what I mean. Okay, so from now on you never need to hire a graphic design agency to do any kind of graphic design work for you. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to feed it. So so this all this so as you can see, these module 8. So these are all modules of this automation. Okay, so this is campaign extension insights. So once you give it a creative brief, it's going to come up with the campaign messages, it's going to come up with the tagline, the hook, everything is going to be done for you. Even the emotion, the visual emotion, the emotional hook. As you know, professional graphic designers or graphic design agency put a hook in their posters. So as you can see, if it can even give you variations, one for LinkedIn, so you can give it one creative brief and it's going to produce different graphic design versions for LinkedIn, for Facebook, Instagram, based on one creative brief. Okay, as you can see here, there's also another Instagram version. So it's going to do all this just from one brief, and all these versions are going to be different based on the social media. Let's say Facebook is going to have a different type of graphic design. For Instagram is going to have a different type of graphic design. So let's say you want to do a graphic design for all the social media pages, but you also want to do one for billboard, to also do a different type of graphic design for billboard. Okay, so as you can see, so there's a variant generation. So all these are the modules that come with a prompt. As you can see, there's also a revision where the same way an agency works. Let's say they give you a poster and there are some things you don't like, you can do it here. As you can see, there's a module. When I was designing this when I was designing this prompt, I made sure I added in all that. So this is a simulation of the graphic design agency. So there's module 4. So this is where I added in a part where you can revise. Okay, let's say it produces something you don't like. You can say, okay, I don't like this part. Can you revise it? Can you change it? And it will be able to change that. With this, you can do as many revisions as you like. Okay, yeah. So this right here is a game changer. If you're a graphic designer, this is going to make your life 10 times easier. Okay, and if you are just starting a company, a startup, this is going to cut your costs. If you are in the marketing department, this is going to make you look good, to your company, as because the type of work or the quality of work this is going to produce is top tier, you know what I mean? Quality work, not just some random AI generated. No, this is going to be professional work we are going to do here. Okay, so let's start. So as you can see, all the modules have been installed. Okay, so let me now give it a creative brief. It's going to derive everything from. Okay, so let me just get a creative brief and give it. Okay, so this is the creative brief. The same way you write a creative brief and send it to a company, to a design agency, and they review the brief, and they do everything from the brief you give them. They come up with a graphic design, visual hook, messaging, taglines. That's the same thing it's going to do here. As you can see, so here it's creative brief, billboard poster design for Harrison and Break Law Firm. Okay, so there's the July, the person came from, this is Sarah Michelle, the marketing manager. Even the email is here. So the way I designed this prompt, so all the information here won't be added in the poster, okay, because there are modules in this prompt which segment it. So in this prompt, this one prompt here, it makes ChatGPT have different roles. So there's going to be a creative director, there's going to be a creative strategist, and also there's all the people, all the workforce which are found in a design agency have been simulated in this prompt. Okay, so let me just give it a creative brief. You see it in action. Okay, so as you can see, I've given it the creative brief. So as you can see, creative brief confirmed, just like I said. So as you can see, it has identified that the client is Harrison and Break Law Firm. Okay, and the project, like I said, as you can see, it has just from a creative brief. So the way I designed, it's going to identify everything. So the project is a downtown billboard poster design, received July 28, 2025. The budget, so this budget was in the creative brief. So the budget here it's saying is $3,000. Okay, the timeline is it should be done by August 2nd, 2025. Okay, so now as you can see, like I said, so it will start with everything. It will do everything a creative agency does. So as you can see here, it's saying strategic intake, raw simulation mode engaged. Like I said, it has different modules to it. So it will start with the strategic intake. So when you give you hire a graphic design or a graphic designer or a creative agency, this is no matter what happens, they start with strategic intake, where they analyze the markets, your type of customers, the ones you have, so that they come up with messaging or graphic design that's going to be relevant, and it's going to target those people and resonate with those people. So as you can see, let's go through its strategic intake raw simulation. So here it's saying we will now engage in a structured multi-role agency simulation to develop 3 distinct billboard design concepts that meet the client's objectives: tone, visual, and visual properties. Okay, So but first pay the agency process. Okay, as you can see, this is essentially what happens in a design agency when you hire a design agency. So it's saying we run a brief expansion round to ensure complete clarity before creative execution begins. Okay, so normally when you hire a creative agency, this is what they do. So normally the person who does this is the creative director. Okay, so here ChatGPT is embodying the role of a creative director. Okay, so this is a very multi-layered prompt, as you can see. So as you can see here, it's saying module, so brief expansion, clarifying questions. Okay, so these questions go to the creative director. So creative director, as you can see, like I said, it's going to simulate the creative director. Okay, so now the so this is more like the creative director. This is a dialogue, rather. As you can see, it's a dialogue between a creative director, okay, an art director, and a brand strategist. It's a dialogue. Okay, so here the creative director in this situation is saying, is there a particular legal scenario or trigger, e.g. accident, contract dispute, custody battle, that the billboard should hint emotionally or visually. Remember what I said, this is going to come up with a hook, with everything, the hook in the messaging, the trigger in the messaging. Like I said, there you have it, as you can see. So this is the creative director in this virtual design agency asking that question. Okay, asking that question. So here another question from the art director. Okay, so as you can see, in a design agency, creative director, this is a different person who has a degree in a different role, as you can see. So these are people from different fields. So a creative director has a degree in a certain field, the art director has a degree in a certain field, the brand strategist has a degree in a certain field. So ChatGPT is going to simulate all those professions at degree and PhD level. Okay, so which means you're going to get professional output, professional work. Okay, so here the art director in this simulation is saying, will the lead attorney's photo be professionally lit and shot at high resolution? Do you want the attorney in business attire or more casual, approachable styling? Okay, so here there's the brand strategist. Another question: how does Harrison and Blake differentiate itself from competing law firms? Is the breadth of services, personal attention years in practice, or something else? Okay, so here there's the copyright, the person who the copywriter rather. So here saying, would you prefer the headline to be direct, reassuring, or emotionally evocative? Okay, we are here for you versus trusted legal partner. So this is the copywriter. Okay, trying to find, asking a question to say, how are we going to come up with the messaging? Okay, so here is that the client success manager. So here the question is, would you like any optional language to accommodate bilingual? So here it's saying bilingual. It's saying, do you want it to just be English or Spanish or any other language, or do you want it to have both languages or maybe 3 languages in the messaging? So that's the client success manager asking that in this simulation. As you can see, this is a dialogue between how many people? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is a dialogue between 5 people in it has been simulated. So here it's us who are supposed to answer that question, those questions rather. Okay, so let's go back to the questions. So here, as you can see, it's asking, let us know how would you like to proceed. So if a graphic designer using this, you can just copy this and send it to an email to your client, and they'll think you have a number of people working on this, whilst it's just you the whole time. Okay, so here the question is, any legal scenario trigger accident contract cast to billboard should hint emotional or visually. Okay, so here let me just select this one. We're going to go with let's say number one is going to be contract dispute. Okay, let me just edit this. So number one is going to be contract dispute. So we go to the second question. We answer the second question. So the second question is, will the lead attorneys professionally be lit and shot high resolution? Okay, so here I'm going to say shot at high resolution. Okay, shot at high resolution. And no, it's going to be in business attire. Okay, so as you can see, it's now me answering the questions. Let's say a person who's working in this, let's say I'm the person from Harrison and Blake. Now I'm giving the responses back to the creative or design agency to say this is how we want our thing to be. Okay, so this is just me giving response. Okay, so so here we're going to go to the brand strategist part. So here the brand strategist part is asking, how does Harrison and Blake differentiate itself from competing law firms? So here we are going to say okay, so here we're going to pick both. We're going to say personal attention and years in practice. Okay, that's what we're going to pick on number 3. Okay, so we're going to go to number 4. Would you prefer the headline to be direct and reassuring? So here I'm going to select to say the messaging should be emotionally the messaging here I'm going to say should be emotionally evocative. Okay, so we go to the client success manager. Would you like any optional language to accommodate? So here number 5 I'm just going to say it's going to be English. So they just say it's going to be English. Okay, English. And then here I'm going to tell you to say the model should be So here you can specify if you want a black model, a female, a male. So I'm going to say the model is going to be a black male. Okay, so this is my response. So now let's give it back this response, so that we can go to the next stage. Okay, so that we can go the next stage of this graphic design. Okay, so as you can see, it has gotten what we gave us. So here is emotional trigger, narrative hook. So yes, so this is the emotional trigger, the messaging, as you can see. So it's saying it's going to be what's going to be on the billboard. The messaging is going to be contract dispute stress, especially among professionals or business owners. Client is in a moment of uncertainty and needs a calm legal clarity. Okay, so all this is from the response we gave it back. That's where it has derived all this information. Okay, so let me just skip this. So it has come up with everything. As you can see, it has also come up with a CTA block, light, and everything else. Okay, so as you can see, this is what is done by a creative agency. We've just simulated a creative agency, okay, which has a minimum of 5 people. Okay, so this essentially saves cost on any kind of graphic design work that you would need to hire people. Okay, you're going to save money on that. You don't need to hire a creative agency to do any kind of graphic design work for you. Okay, so here so that we just have something to view from and we can iterate from. I'm just going to tell it, say, generate the poster. Okay, I'm just going to tell it to say generate the poster, so that it generates the poster. And then once it generates the poster, we can now iterate from what it's going to generate. Okay, so I'm going to tell it generate the poster image. Okay, so that what it's going to give us now, we're going to iterate from it, and then we can say, okay, we don't like this, we like this, add this, remove this. Okay, so as you can see here, it's working on the generation for the poster. Okay, so we're just going to wait for it for a few seconds, then it's going to give us generated poster for our creative for our billboard. Okay, okay, so this right here makes your life 10 times easier. You know what I mean? Saves money on cost. If you are just a company starting out, you need to hire graphic designers. All that stress to say to have a graphic design agency budget has been removed. Okay, as you are going to see, the generation we're going to get this, the post that is going to generate is going to be professional work. Okay, it's not going to be just like a generic AI generated poster. No, it's going to be professional work, as you saw from the way we were from the way we were interacting with it. It was asking us clarifying question to say, how do you want this to be, so that it has more context on how it's going to be, on how it's going to execute. So all the information we provided. So all the information provided is going to be fused together with the creative brief. Okay, as you can see here, it's going to fuse everything with a creative brief. So as you can see here, this the headline tone preference rather. So here it's saying emotionally evocative over flat corporate tone. Okay, so here it's saying the language should feel reassuring, calming and confident. Language requirement, it's going to be English only, no bilingual signage needed. Okay, if you wanted, we could have said bilingual, so it would have been some more other signages or languages, so to make the poster bilingual, but we specified to say we want this thing to be English only. Okay, so concept A, so here it's in concepts, the kind of concepts it's going to come up with for the poster. So here it's saying there's as you can see, there's concept A: in the moment you doubt, we defend. So this is a tagline. As you can see, it's an emotionally triggering tagline, and it's appropriate for the raw film. As you can see here, it's saying in the moment you doubt, we defend. Okay, so here the creative director is now in this simulation. The creative director is now like saying the reason why this is a good trigger emotional messaging. So here saying this is a cinematic. Okay, it captures that internal panic moment right before you call a lawyer. Perfect tension resolving storytelling. So this is the creative director making a comment on this. Okay, so let's go down. So as you can see, the visual. So the creative director continues to say the visual: black male attorney standing against a gradient blue silver background photo, angled mid body. Okay, overlaid his semi-transparent silhouette of a dressed client looking at a contract, fading into focus behind him. Okay, so this is going to be the headline. Okay, as you can see, and then here it's saying the sub headline is going to be contract disputes, personal battles, complex slow made personal. Okay, so here is going to be the CTA. Okay, so this CTA means call to action. So this is the call to action which is going to be on the poster. CTA. So this is the call to action which is going to be on the poster. Okay, so here it's saying free consultant 24/7. Okay, so there's going to be the phone number or the website URL. Okay, and then the tone is going to be emotional clarity, immediate support. So that's the emotional tone that's going to come with concept A rather. Okay, so here again it has come up with concept B. All right, so as you can see, I told you to say generate the post image for print. So here it's saying to generate the print ready poster image for the Harrison and Drake billboard, I'll need a high resolution photograph of the attorney referred to specifically. So here it's asking for the person, for the picture of the person who's going to be in the billboard. Okay, that's what it's asking here. Business attire, could you please upload an image? Once received, I'll simulate the full resolution billboard poster using your selected concept. If you may confirm a concept, and then any apply all blending and layout logic. Okay, so here I'll say so here I'll say just put any So here I'm not going to provide it with an image of the model. So I'm just going to say put a picture of any random person. Okay, and then for the concept we are going to go with okay, let's just we are going to just pick concept A. Okay, for this generation we're going to pick concept A. Okay, yeah, I think just these two are going to be okay. As you can see, I haven't even provided very much information, but you are going to see the quality of work we are going to get just from this two inputs I've given it. So it's going to generate the billboard poster. Okay, so as you can see, I haven't even provided that much detail. Like I'm here, what I'm doing is I'm giving it creative freedom for it to come to be free and creative and do something that's going to be very creative yet profession. Okay, so as you can see here, it's generating yeah, so as you can see, it's generating the billboard poster. Okay, so let's just wait for it to generate, then I'll be back. All right guys, so we're back. So it has completed generating the billboard. So it has generated about 3 versions. Okay, it has generated about 3 versions. So I'm going to show you. So let's just take a look. Okay, so it has generated a couple of versions. So this is the first version it's generated, as you can see, but it made a minor mistake where it had this gray background. So I told it to say, let me show you. I told it to say it needs to be print ready, where I'm just going to get it and go and get it printed. Okay, so so as you can see, this was the first version. Okay, so here I said nice, but you cropped it. Don't crop it, give it to me the full resolution image and add some creativity yet professional look. So according to me, this was it's still professional, but it's kind of looks dull, you know what I mean? So I told it to say it looks it's, you know, it lacks some creativity. So I did say, okay, add some creativity to it. So it did. Okay, so let's look at the second iteration. Okay, so so it generated a couple of iterations. So this is the second iteration it generated. Okay, as you can see, this was the second iteration it generated, and then here comes the third. As you can see, there's been some minor changes, and now after this, after the second version, I added it, I gave it some creative inspiration to say get some inspiration from this. So let me show you where I told it to say it should get some inspiration. So after it generates, the way I've designed this prompt is you can also add in, let's say you saw a poster on the internet and you want the poster it generates for you to look like that poster. you can tell it to say, okay, get some inspiration from this. You need to get inspiration from that poster, and depending on how you prompt it, that the poster it generates for you is going to look exactly like that, or it's going to look a bit like that. Okay, so as you can see, so this is the inspiration post I gave it, where it's supposed to get its creative inspiration. So as you can see, I said something like this. So as you can see, I said something like this, maintain the same model. Okay, so let's see how it used that. So as you can see, so this is the first iteration from the inspiration based post I gave it. From that inspiration I gave it, so this was the first iteration. Okay, after this one came this one. Now this one looks more like let me just download it, so that let me just download all of them so that we can have a look. Okay, as you can see, all the posters it generated are professional posters. This is not just some random AI generated poster. This is some professional work. Okay, so let's see, let's take a look. Okay, so let me just copy this into a folder. Okay, so with this you can create any type of you can come up with any type of graphic design. Okay, even if you see a poster on the internet and you want something created for you exactly like that, you just paste it, you just follow my steps. Okay, just follow my steps, and then it will do exactly what you say, or create an exact replica, even more, create something even better. So as you can see, this is the first one. Okay, this is the first iteration it created of the post, as you can see. So as you can see, even in the this being a low fame billboard poster, so most people deal with contract issues. So as you can see, there's even here in the background faded contract, just to visually appeal to people. Okay, so all this is what do they call it? This is emotional. In marketing they call it what's the name? There's a way they call this kind of placement in marketing. It's called mostly, like on the internet, it's called clickbait. Okay, so this is can be in real life, like in posters, we can say this is more like a view bait. Okay, say to draw someone's attention. So as you can see, the AI did everything, coming up with the message, the tagline, and everything else. Okay, so as you can see, everything it did. Okay, even this model, okay, it generated. But if you want, you can upload a photo of yourself or your specified model, and it will add this. Okay, the way I designed the prompt, and made sure there are dependencies that are able to add models in your design. All right, so let's go to the next one. So this is the next one. Okay, so this is the next one. It changed the aspect ratio. I told you to say change the aspect ratio so that it's in portrait. Okay, so you just don't have to get what it gives you. You can also tell it to say change the aspect ratio, change the can be landscape or portrait. Okay, so this is the second iteration. Okay, so now this one comes after I gave it that creative inspiration to say get some inspiration from this. That's when now it added these three people in the background. Let me show you where I told it to say add some get some inspiration from this. Okay, let me show you where I told it. Okay, Okay, so as you can see, this is where it got its inspiration for that post. I said something like this. Okay, so as you can see, it got this inspiration. It added some people in the background, and then I told it to refine it further. That's where now it came up with this. As you can see, this looks when you look at the way it edited the grass shattering and everything, it looks more like it looks something like it's the exact thing of the photo for the inspiration I gave it. As you can see here, okay, it looks, yeah, looks like that. Yeah, so as you can see, this is professional work. As you can see, even the font selection, the way it selected it font, the fonts it selected, the color palette, everything is professionally done. As you can see, even the contact information, the way it added the contact information, the colors, everything here. As you can see, this is professional work. Okay, this is ready for printing, as you can see. Okay, so this eliminates the need to hire a graphic designer. This eliminates the need to pay a creative firm to do graphic design for you, poster design for you. You can do it. Just follow my steps, just download the prompt and follow my steps, and you're going to have such precise and professional results. And if you're a graphic designer, this makes your life 10 times easier. Just look at the way the way it did the grass shattering thing. Okay, just look at how precise and concise they are. As you can see, even the message. So here it added a different message: your trusted legal partner, hire us when you need us most. Okay, so as you can see here, it says there is contract dispute, there is personal attention, there is, so here it added, even here it say 25. I guess this 25 years in practice was in the creative brief. Okay, that's why it added here, because it can't, the way I designed the prompt, it can't add anything random unless specified. Okay, so as you can see, this is professional work. Most average graphic designers are not able to do this. Okay, as you can see, everything it's done is professional. Okay, so let's look at the other one. Here's the other one. As you can see, same thing, professional work. Okay, yeah, so just download the prompt. It's in the link in the description. So here it's even now it went like crazy with creativity. Now it added this. Now this is a whole different route. As you can see, even the colors, as you can see, it has maintained the color palette, which is yellow, blue and white. It has maintained the same colors. Okay, this is professional work. As you can see, the results speak for themselves. Okay, yeah, so you can use this prompt as you wish. The link is in the description, and if you have questions, just comment and I'll respond.